Good morning. It is February 16th, about 9 a.m., and there's been heavy spray activity. I had actually taken some earlier videos that I accidentally deleted of the planes just going, right in front of me. And there was some here just a couple minutes ago. And there's several planes. Obviously, they're working this area right now. You can see it's really, really heavy. Over the house, just heavy everywhere. You can see how the chemtrail right above me is spreading out pretty wide already. Just really frustrating. I had some really, really good evidence, and I don't know if I can uncover it. Here is a plane coming this direction right now. See? And again, one of my biggest things that I really wish I could do that, at least temporarily, I'm not able to do, is to put a scope on this thing so I can get bigger images. But yeah, you can see here, it's in the distance. I mean, I had one just right in front of me, two actually right in front of me here this morning. And unfortunately my camera images are so much that I had to delete, and I made a rush decision, deleted the wrong thing. But this is what they do. We had just a wonderful blue sky, and if I could pan off just for a second, and you can see the particulates they lay out. What they do, they begin to spread. They start out just like that, just like what he's laying right now, and they become this. And you get so much of this, like what we have here. You can see some freshly laid chemical trails here, freshly laid. You get so many of them, you cloud up the sky pretty quick, and that's what happens. Here's one off in the distance going this way, and you can see a small narrow trail underneath there that he just laid. Yeah, probably the key giveaway is, for anyone that begins watching this, is just how orchestrated it is. This is not like an accidental thing. I had somebody say, well, or ask me, well, do you think this is just like, smoke from the plane or whatever? Well, if you logically were to think about it, if it were smoke from the plane, you might have like an isolated trail, and then it wouldn't spread out like this, for one. But when you have multiplied in the sky, and you can see how big this one is. This is, they've got some particulate right above me that's really, really spreading really fast, and then there's some particulates next to it that will spread, that are already spreading, and it will kind of eventually, I'm sure, grow together. I always feel that I'm documenting a crime when I watch this. A crime against humanity. because they're spraying things in the air that eventually get breathed. So I'm expecting some pretty heavy precipitation here, and we're already seeing it even from like less than an hour ago. It's much hazier in the sky than what it was when I took the first videos, which I'm hoping there's a way to be able to undelete. I'm going to definitely search. Anyway, this is Todd Nessa for the Godly America Blue Sky Project. And remember that, or if you've watched several of these videos, remember, and if you haven't watched these videos, Blue Sky Project is all about going out and capturing this where you live and uploading it, tagging it Blue Sky Project, and the date. And we have to be the media, folks. We can't rely on the corporatocracy driven media to do it for us. We have to do it. Good morning. This is February 16th again. What I wanted to do is, I just thought it was important because I had this question raised the other day to me by someone, and I thought, well, isn't this just smoke from the airplanes? Well, scientific observation, or applying scientific theory, begins with the process of observation. And as you can tell, we're like, I don't know, like an hour or so later, I just wanted to capture how that smoke, if you will, which is the particulates that these planes laid, what it's doing, it's still here, it's spreading out. You can see how it's spreading out, and it's forming precipitation in the sky here. And you can see here's a trail that we're looking at now. It was laid quite a while ago. You can see how it's fanning out. And here's a trail right here, and you can see the wind, it gets a hold of it and it just kind of blows it in different directions. So yeah, observation is a very, very important part of applying any type of science. And when I take a look at this whole geoengineering phenomenon that's happening, that unfortunately most people either are not aware because they're too busy. Of course, most people are real busy, and they just really don't pay attention to what's going on around them because of that. It's kind of the treadmill effect. Some people, they may notice and they just don't really care, and that's sad because we breathe the air, and somebody has the power to spray things in the air. That's not good, right? We don't want that, especially because the power there to be spraying really dangerous things in our air is very strong. And obviously when they're spraying all these metals in the air, that can't be good. So anyway, kind of a panorama there. You can see kind of a fresh trail there at the bottom there. Some of this precipitation, this fresh chemical precipitation that's forming. And well, I wish sometimes I was on the roof of my house and get a much better view. But these planes have been working. I couldn't capture everything, and I did capture some things that I accidentally deleted while trying to make room on my camera, which is really my iPhone, to be quite honest. But anyway, yeah, I had one of the planes not too long ago, and I wish I would have my camera. One of the jets that were laying this particulate out flew over my house, and it's actually fairly common, believe it or not.